In this article I will tell you how I managed to add almost 15 extra hours to my business week. During the 2020 lockdown, my 2 companies remained closed for months. To not remain idle, I diversified by starting a new business unrelated to the other 2. Fast forward to 2021, and most of the restrictions were lifted. A fresh problem came to the surface. I didn't have enough time to manage all 3 enterprises and invest in my career as a writer. When I evaluated how I spent my time, I found that I lost more than half of my hours to routine tasks that someone else could perform remotely. That is when I discovered marketplaces offering services of virtual assistants, VAs. Before starting, however, a small favor I would like to ask: if you like this video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button so YouTube keeps showing it to other people. But what are virtual assistants? Every business has 2 types of activities: the core tasks and the back office, or auxiliary tasks. One of the traditional ways to define them is to call the first revenue-generating tasks and the second non-revenue generating, but this is a controversial approach. There are plenty of core tasks that do not generate any cent, and some back-office activities can also be revenue streams. The easiest way to understand it is by using examples. Car dealership core task: selling cars. Car dealership back-office tasks: bookkeeping, payroll, webpage SEO, etc. Digital marketing agency core tasks: SEO planning, campaign design, etc. Digital marketing agency back-office tasks: payroll, tabulate page rank indicators, translate content, etc. Auxiliary tasks are often repetitive and can be done remotely. If you have a promising business proposition and need to develop it, you should not waste hours with data entry and tabulation. That was my mistake until I found Fiverr and discovered how a virtual assistant, VA, could help me. A VA is a person who provides remote services for companies or entrepreneurs. The business gives them the necessary access to data and systems, and they perform their jobs in the scheduled time, later billing the company for the worked hours. You may find well-qualified VAs for a universe of jobs on platforms like Fiverr or Freelancer. Their rates are low since they live in countries with cheaper living costs. My VA is from the Philippines, and her rate is $5 per hour. While this is affordable for me, it is 3 times more than the average hourly salary, $1.82, paid by the same job in her country. It is a good deal for her and my business. Perhaps hiring remote workers from less developed nations is a questionable practice. I will not enter this discussion here, although I think it is better for them to earn a living than to survive on donations from richer countries. To hire a VA was a significant decision. It freed time enough of my schedule to pursue other initiatives, like writing 3 books and developing my 3 businesses. There are still other untold benefits. Extra advantages of hiring a virtual assistant. 1. You turn on the scalability mode in your operations. To scale a business almost always means to increase work volume. To handle this extra load, a company needs manpower that is flexible to hire, easy to find, and readily available. All these 3 characteristics are the standard among well-qualified VAs on Fiverr. Imagine a situation where your online firm welcomes an abnormal amount of customers from a certain idiom, for example, Mandarin, but you have only one online attendant who speaks it. What a terrible bottleneck, right? To solve it, you can quickly hire bilingual VAs fluent in this language and train them in your routines, or they can act as translators, forwarding client requests to other members of your team. 2. VAs can bring new best practices to your company. Some virtual assistants on Fiverr already had over 100 clients, always doing the same tasks, for example, writing video transcriptions or doing web research. They are experienced professionals with deep knowledge of optimizing their processes and making the best of their time. You can adapt those practices to your firm later and improve your own systems. 3. 24 hours per day, 7 days per week availability. If your business operates in multiple time zones, you may have customer requests at any moment of the day. It can be challenging, or expensive, to find a local professional willing to work at 3 or 4 a.m. When you hire VAs, your inconvenient graveyard shifts can be very well during their daytime. By hiring 2 or 3 VAs in distinct time zones, you can cover all the 24 hours of a day with no issues. If your company does not have 24 hours support, you should think about it. It may drastically increase your reputation and widen your market reach. The same applies to festivities or holidays. It is complicated to find people willing to work on January 1st at 02 in the morning. But what if your VA is still in the afternoon of December 31st? 4. You pay for what you get. Virtual assistants will charge you only for the worked hours. If your company, like mine, closed temporarily due to force majeure reasons, it is enough to suspend the task requests. Of course, this must be done with a few days of anticipation, as agreed beforehand. Expenses with VA can also match the seasonality of your business. During periods with less activity and revenue, your virtual assistant may work less, therefore reducing your expenses. Another plus is that experienced VAs often inform you in advance how much time they need to fulfill your requests so that you can forecast a budget. What does a virtual assistant do? Which tasks an entrepreneur or a business can outsource to a virtual assistant? Here are some ideas. 1. Tasks not requiring a full-time employee. If you need a person to research the competitors' prices a few times per week or format Excel sheets every second day, it would be nonsense to recruit staff for it. For these one-off jobs, the best call is to hire a virtual assistant. 2. When there are repetitive and non-core tasks. Entrepreneurs often spend a humongous amount of time on auxiliary tasks, like answering simple questions from their social media pages or benchmarking competitors' prices. It is easy to instruct a virtual assistant to do these repetitive, non-core tasks for you. By doing this, you will free extra time to use on core activities and develop your business. Some tasks VAs can perform are bookkeeping, payroll calculation, updating salaries on Excel sheets, etc. Database entry and updates, contacts, leads, etc. Record and send invoices. Format reports on sales, hours, costs, etc. Manage the spam folder of your email inbox. Organize support tickets. Calendar administration, update and manage important meetings and events. Convert, split or merge PPT, PDF, or DOC files. Proofreading. Keyword research. Competitor analysis, prices, products, etc. According to a defined template. Replicate and share posts on social media. Basic photo and video editing, split, merge, add soundtracks, etc. Prepare and upload files to YouTube. Transcription of videos and audio. Contact clients about late payments. Train other virtual assistants to execute similar tasks. What is the price of a virtual assistant? They gave their prices by the hour and will vary according to the level of sophistication. Some examples. A VA with good qualifications for a simple data entry, copy-paste job, $5/hour. A VA for basic issues with WordPress, $5/hour. A VA for Amazon FBA listing, $10/hour. A VA with top qualifications for Amazon Seller Center account management, $30/hour. The math of how many hours, or money, you will earn. Let's calculate how much you will save by hiring a VA, taking my case as an example. When I hired a virtual assistant, I was able to focus on my businesses, and it freed time to write. For example, now I spend around 40 hours per month writing on Medium. Dividing my average Medium earnings, approximately $1,350 per month, I discovered that my average income per hour writing here is $33.75. Before hiring a VA, I could spend a maximum of 20 hours per month on my articles. I hired her to work 20 hours per month for $100. These hours were now free on my schedule. I increased my Medium income, again considering average values since it has drastic variations, by $675. A net increase of $575 per month. Besides, she is doing a job at least as good, if not better, than I was doing. What are you waiting to hire your VA?